across the board. How important is this speech to university students, and are they feeling confident?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Natasha. We certainly are at the epicenter of the students' fees must fall movement here outside the steps of the Great Hall at the Wits University. And expectations are high among the students here that they'll be able to get some sort of way forward from the Minister of the Budget, that he'll be able to give them more feedback in terms of whether they'll be able to get more money allocated from Treasury to them to be able to fund studies for those students who are unable to afford quality higher education. With me, I have two students who have been really at the forefront of the issue of trying to generate more funds for the students. Busisiwe, you are with the Fees Must Fall campaign. What are your expectations for the Minister of Finance around the issue of fees?
Well, we're hoping that the Minister has been able to look at Professor Swart's proposal that he drafted from NNMU to see how he can fund free quality decolonized education, because this is something that has been researched and has been looked at for a couple of years now. So we're hoping that he will allocate a lot more money to the higher education budget, not only to higher education but also to basic education as well, because education is a major crisis in this country. So we're hoping for more money more than anything, and that he'll say that free decolonized education is possible in this lifetime.
Fasiya Hassan, you're with the SRC and you've also been fighting to get more funds. What are your thoughts?
Well, we're definitely hoping for the same thing. We're hoping to hear about a solid funding model for that of free and quality education for the poor. But very importantly, I mean, only 0.8% of GDP is actually dedicated to higher education, which according to international standards is far, far too low. So we're also hoping for more of a percentage there. But we also want to hear something specific to the missing middle. As per our current Access campaign, which is a desperate attempt to fundraise for these students because there's just not enough funding in the system. So we're really hoping that something will come of that. In addition, we also need to hear about employment. I mean, we have one of the highest youth unemployment rates in the world, actually. And we need to be hearing that we're not getting degrees for nothing. You know, we need to be able to go into an economy and into a space where we can actually be a part of the workforce. So I'd also like to hear something on that.
All right. We know that NSFAS has been given a budget of about 14 billion this year. Are you hoping the Minister will talk to giving more funding for students of higher education?
Well, we're hoping more than anything that he actually scraps NSFAS and that money, that 14.6 billion, is removed and the whole system of NSFAS does not exist anymore as the year progresses, and that money is redirected into higher education to fund this free decolonized education. We're also hoping that he can explain to us and tell us how the government is going to make up for the 500 million that we lost when we were changing ministers just a couple of weeks ago. So we're hoping to hear all those things and to hear, hopefully, that decolonized education, the quality free education that we're calling for as fees must fall, is possible and can be implemented at least by June this year.
Fasiya, just your thoughts?
No, I think we're all very much on the same page. In addition, we want to be very particular on the 0% as well that came through. I think there hasn't been clear enough indication. As much as there's been money that's been allocated to NSFAS, we know it's not enough. We know that it's just feeding into a greater systematic problem.
All right, thank you so much. We have just spoken now to Fasiya Hassan, who is with the SRC of Wits, as well as Busisiwe, who is part of the Fees Must Fall movement, and they're talking about their expectations for the Minister of Finance around what they hope he'll be able to talk to with regards to scrapping NSFAS and moving that money back into higher education, as well as dealing with the issue of the 0% fees increase, as well as talking to general issues around funding and finance for higher education. So all the students here at Wits University across the country will be keeping a very close eye on each and every single word of the Finance Minister when he speaks later, when he addresses the nation later at 2 o'clock this afternoon, to reveal really what the key points of his budget will be. Back to you in the studio, Natasha.
Absolutely. Nozintombi, thank you very much. Nozintombi Miya live from Wits University. Well, South Africans from all walks of life